Bore da pawb. Good morning, everyone. Well, goodness me, here we are together again. I hope that you've all had a wonderful sleep and you're ready to start our day. Let's begin with our Bore da song. Bore da, bore da, bore da. Bore da, bore da, bore da. Bore da I ti, bore da I ti. Bore da, bore da, bore da. Da iawn, my boys and girls. Now then, pa ddiwrnod ydy hi heddiw? What day is it today? Let's see. What day is it today? What day is it today? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the 5th day of the school week. The last day of the school week. My goodness me. This week has gone quickly, hasn't it? Pa ddiwrnod? Dydd Llun, dydd Mawrth, dydd Mercher, dydd Iau, dydd Gwener. Da iawn. Boys and girls, today is Friday. Dydd Gwener. Barod? Dydd Llun, dydd Mawrth, dydd Mercher, dydd Iau, dydd Gwener, dydd Sadwrn, dydd Sul, hooray! Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days, each day different and every day new. Wet days, dry days, bright days, cloudy days, hot days, cold days, windy days too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days, each day different and every day new. Oh, sit my tower with heddiw, oh, sit my tower with heddiw, oh, sit my tower with heddiw, tra-la-la-la-la-la. And what is the weather today? Boys and girls, sut mae'r tawydd heddiw gyda fi? What's the weather with you? Well, here with me, eto, mae hi'n gymylog. Again, mae hi'n gymylog, the same as it was yesterday. Shall we sing our song? Cloudy hands up. Mae hi'n gymylog, mae hi'n gymylog, 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 mae hi'n gymylog, my turn, your turn. Mae gymylog heddiw, mae gymylog heddiw. Pawb yn hapus iawn, pawb yn hapus iawn. Mae gymylog heddiw, mae gymylog heddiw. Pawb yn hapus iawn, pawb yn hapus iawn. Da iawn, boys and girls. I hope you are feeling happy today. However, if you're not, then sometimes that's okay, isn't it? As we were talking about for the last couple of days, our feelings are important and it's good to talk about how we feel. Now, I know that sometimes some of you have a little worry. And what we're going to do now is I'm going to share a story. And you know, it's a new story, boys and girls. It came in the post just this week. We have a new story, a few new stories in our class, and they are all about feelings and helping us to realise how to become happier and what to do with those feelings when we might be feeling sad or worried. So today's story is called Ruby's Worry. Can you see? Here's Ruby. Ruby's Worry. And look, boys and girls, look. Nobody's touched this book at all yet. You're the first ones to see it. Oh, it's nice and new. Those of you that know me know that I love new books. Ruby loved being Ruby. She loved to swing up high. Can you see? She's swinging up high. Oh. And she loved to explore wild, faraway places. Sometimes she even went all the way to the very bottom of the garden. Ruby was perfectly happy until one day. What happened? She discovered a worry. It wasn't a very big worry. I wonder what her worry could be. In fact, it was so small at first, Ruby hardly noticed it. But then the worry started to grow. Each day it got a little bigger. Oh, bless her. Her worry's getting bigger each and every day. What could she have done, boys and girls, to help with that worry? I think you might be right. Perhaps she should have shared her worry. Let's see what happens. It just wouldn't leave her alone. It was there at breakfast, staring at her over the cereal box. And it was still there at night when she cleaned her teeth. That's what happens with worries sometimes, boys and girls. It can be there in the morning and at night all day long. Bless her. The funny thing was that no one else could see Ruby's worry. Not even her teacher. Not even her Mrs. Arthur or Mrs. Dunlop. They couldn't see her worry. So Ruby pretended that she couldn't see it either. So she pretended that it wasn't there. Oh dear. I don't think that's a very good thing to do, is it? Because if a worry's there, it's always best to talk about it and sort it out. She tried to carry on as if everything was normal, but it just wasn't. The worry was always there, stopping her from doing the things that she loved. Oh my goodness, Ruby's not like Ruby anymore, is she? That worry's gotten bigger and bigger, and she's not the same. Ruby wondered if the worry would ever go away. What if it didn't? What if it stayed with her forever? Ruby didn't realise, but she was doing the worst thing you can do with a worry. She was worrying about the worry. And now the worry was enormous. It could barely fit in the kitchen at tea time. It filled up half of the school bus. Oh no, now it's become so big. And it took up the whole rows at the cinema. The worry became the only thing that poor Ruby could think about. And it seemed like she would never feel happy again. Do you know, boys and girls, some people do have worries, and some people are a bit like Ruby, you know. Let's see if we can help her sort it out. Then one day, something unexpected happened. Ruby noticed a boy sitting alone at the park. He looked how she felt, sad. And then she noticed something else, something hovering next to him. What could it be? A worry? It was. It was a worry for the boy. Ruby realised that she wasn't the only person with a worry after all. Other people had them too. She asked the boy what was on his mind, and he told her the strangest thing happened. His worry began to shrink. That is good. Then Ruby did the best thing you can ever do with a worry. She talked about it. As the words tumbled out, Ruby's worry began to shrink until it was barely there at all. Soon, both of their worries were gone. Can you see? They Finally, Ruby felt like herself again. Oh, look at that happy smile. Of course, that wasn't the last time that she ever had a worry, because everyone gets them from time to time. But now that she knew how to get rid of them, they never hung around for long. So isn't that wonderful? Do you know, I loved it when Ruby's worry just disappeared because she shared it. And do you know, boys and girls, in that story, Ruby shared it with a little boy at the park. Now, whilst you're at home with your adults, your parents or your grandparents, if you do have any worries or anything that's making you feel a bit sad, it's really important that you talk about it. And when you come back to school, Mrs. Dunlop, Mrs. Fraser and I, we're all here to help you. And you know that if you're feeling worried, usually we can tell. But sometimes, if you're feeling worried and you need to talk to someone about it, it's always the best thing to do. We're always here to help. That's what grown-ups need to do. Always help children sort their worries out. Because do you know, children shouldn't worry. Children should have happy days and happy lives. So if you're feeling worried about anything at all, always make sure that you share it and talk to someone about it. I hope you have a wonderful day and an even greater weekend too. And I will see you next week. Bye for now, my boys and girls.